Thank you, Madam Chair. And before Senator Klobuchar leaves, hopefully she's still on, we all get to flex a little bit about our states and tourism. And, I want to return the compliment from Senator Scott. I love fishing in Alaska, of course, but some of my best fishing has also been deep sea fishing in Florida. So I think we all benefit, all appreciate it. Even I didn't know there was a lot of fishing in Minnesota. I think it's called the land of 10,000 lakes. I think I was just checking. I think Alaska, we have 3 million lakes. So, sorry, we got a little bit more lakes. Amy, I don't know if you're still on, but just thought you'd want to hear that. One issue, in all seriousness, I really thank the chair and the ranking member. I think this is a great subcommittee. It's an active subcommittee, which is really important because this is a really key part of our economy that I actually think deserves more attention because it's very bipartisan, but it's very strongly American in terms of when compared to other industries. It's highly dependent on human capital, human labor. It can't be outsourced. It's a great component of our international trade balance when people come in. So it's a win-win-win across a bunch of areas. I do want to follow on what Senator Klobuchar mentioned. We have been having this problem with the closed border with Canada. And I actually think it doesn't just impact border states like mine or Minnesota. It hurts Florida, it hurts Nevada. But the Canadians are hearing from us. But I think it would be good for all the witnesses here, if you can respectfully but forcefully say, hey, Canada, time to open your border. It's going to benefit tourism in Canada, but my goodness, they're an industrialized democracy. Come on, we're not, we're your neighbor to the south or your neighbor to the northwest in my state's case, but would it benefit you, your industry, both in America and Canada, if the Canadians finally got out of their own way and opened their border to their American neighbors? Can I ask each witness on that?
Colin Robertson, for the record, Senator, I would say I didn't get a chance to say this to Senator Klobuchar, but as a kid from Minnesota, I appreciate and understand that issue very well. And both Minnesota and Nevada have a history with the Hudson Bay Company. So I think there are reasons that we should be looking to history for some of the opportunities to build an outdoor recreation-oriented economy collectively with Canada.
So you'd appreciate an open border this summer?
I sure would.
Good, so would we.
Senator Sullivan, it's nice to see you again. Thanks for the question. Of course, it was a few years ago on the Kenai River. One of our staff was speaking at a hearing that you had there before the fishing tournament. And so, of course, the closing of the Canadian borders hurt our business. It's hurt certainly the lodges and the fishing camps in Canada as well, for sure. But our trade show next month is an international trade show, and the manufacturers from Canada are not coming. Yeah. And so that hurts our business. It hurts their business. It's a real
self-inflicted wound on the Canadians, too. It's remarkable to me.
Yeah, and we look at, of course, we talk about fishing in America. It's North America, and so Canada is an important part of that. And of course, there's plenty of conversations to be had about salmon fishing between the Alaska and the Canadian borders and the Washington and Oregon and California. And so they're a part of the ecosystem, and of course, they should be open, and everyone will benefit from that.
Yeah, I agree. Ms. Harmon.
Thank you, Senator Sullivan. As you mentioned, that's up to the Canadians, but
we know it's up to the Canadians. I'm just trying to make a point that they've been hearing from us.
Yes, sir.
But I think hearing from all of you really matters, and it matters to Canadians whose voices are obviously not being heard by their own government. I mean, they're hurting their own tourism industry as well.
Yes, sir. I'm not offering any dissenting views. It obviously matters to waterfowlers very much in a lot of different ways beyond tourism. The closure of the Canadian border has interfered with scientific research that is conducted. Waterfowl and wildlife resources, according to the North American model of conservation, are an international commodity. They are things that we all own together. Ducks and geese do not know the northern border. They fly across it, they fly across the southern border, they live their whole entire life cycles in North America, which is why Ducks Unlimited is a North American conservation organization with our sister organizations in Canada.
Yeah.
And DUMAC, which is our subsidiary, our partner organization in Mexico. But American waterfowlers travel by the tens of thousands to Canada every year to enjoy waterfowling.
And they're not going right now, right?
They missed last season, and they would be very disappointed. I know a couple of them personally that would be very disappointed to miss next season as well.
And Madam Chair, if I can just ask Mr. Henry, if you're still on the line, I'm sure you have a very strong view on this. But again, loud, respectful voices from Americans in the tourism industry, I think, can help us if the Canadians are listening. So, Mr. Henry, do you have a view?
I do, Senator. Thank you. You know, this is going to be the second summer that our Northwest Angler resorts have been cut off from their visitors being able to come up to see them. But you know, not only are Northwest Angle guests cut off, it's that whole region of Canada that relies on Americans to come up and fuel their tourism industry. They have been cut off as well. You know, we believe that that border can be opened in a fair manner, a very safe manner. And yeah, we certainly believe that that could have been opened a while ago, certainly now.
And now, Madam Chair, as so many Americans are becoming vaccinated, and Canadians too, this really self-defeating policy needs to, in my view, would be very important for the Canadians to change it, benefit all of us. But thanks again. These hearings are very important. I look forward to major legislation on tourism coming out of this subcommittee. Thank you for the witnesses.